Good evening, everybody. My name is Rebecca McKillican, and I am the CEO of Well.ca. And I very much appreciate all of you taking the time out of your evening to come be here tonight with us, because I know time is something that is so precious to all of us, and it is the one commodity that we can never get more of and that we all don't have enough, and it binds us together. And when I think about the future of consumerism, I think about time. I think about the fact that there is absolutely no way that I would be able to be a working mother like I am today 20 years ago in 1999. It just never would have worked. I wouldn't have been able to get my groceries delivered to my house. I wouldn't have been able to order my latte online and pick it up without 3 screaming kids wanting cake pops every time. And I definitely would not have been able to see what every single consumer is doing at every single point in time on Well.ca. What products are they putting in their cart? What products are they not? What are they looking at? What are they buying? What are they not buying? What are they saying on social media? None of that would have been possible 20 years ago. And I truly believe that each and every one of us as consumers, if we think about our lives, we are so much better off today than we have been at any other point in time, and we are winning in big, big, big ways. If we as consumers were to flip our hats and think about all of the things that we do in our everyday lives from a business perspective, regardless of what that business is, I bet each of us would say what we are doing is significantly harder and harder as every single day passes. And that is because it's the consumer who's disrupting us. It is the consumer who is pushing us to do more and more and more and more of the work. We are doing more work for the consumer, and we are providing that precious commodity back, which is time. But what that means is that we have to fundamentally disrupt ourselves on a continuous basis, because if we don't, somebody else will. This is one of our customers who posted a picture on social media of her unboxing of our Well.ca products. And if you don't know what unboxing is and you have kids or grandkids, go ask them if they watch unboxing of toys on YouTube, and they will probably tell you all about it. We actually have customers at Well.ca who do lots of unboxing and like to share what they're buying. And those customers are also the customers that are telling us consistently on what we need to do better and what we need to do more of. We tend to have quite high customer satisfaction at Well.ca, but let me tell you, I spend a lot of time talking to customers, and some of our best customers are our harshest critics. 7 years ago, I remember sitting at my desk, which was beside the customer care team, and I heard a couple of customers in pretty quick sequence complaining that we were carrying products with microbeads in them, and those are the little plastic beads that can go into our waters and are not sustainable. And we did a decent amount of revenue in these products, but we as a company said, you know what, we can't carry these, it doesn't make sense. It's not the trust we want to build with our consumers, and you know what, that 1% of consumers is going to get a lot louder over time. And this year, Justin Trudeau announced that Canada would no longer allow those microplastics in products in this country. And it's just a small example of how the consumer is always going to be ahead of us in terms of where business is and in terms of where government is. And we need to be constantly listening to what that consumer is saying. I'm sure if I put up this slide here, many of you would remember iTunes and how iTunes has fundamentally changed the way we live our lives. I had the pleasure of being an intern at Apple in the summer of 2006, and all the people working on iTunes were the cool cats. Everybody wanted to be with them. They were in the best building. They took so much resource. And I bet if I asked the audience today, how many of you have downloaded a song on iTunes in the last 2 years? I probably wouldn't get very many hands up. In fact, Apple announced recently that they're going to shutter iTunes this fall. What? Yes, David, I'm sorry. If you're buying your songs on iTunes, you may be the 1 out of 300 here that is going to be a little disappointed. Even innovators like Apple get disrupted. Spotify and others have come along and have listened closer to customers and what they're saying, and customers may not tell you exactly what they want, but they're going to tell you what they want to feel. I want to make things easier. I want time back in my life. And I think as retailers at Well.ca, as consumers of healthcare, and in whatever business you are in, it's likely that the consumer is pushing us to do more and more and more and make their lives easier, simple, and to provide more products and services that align with their value proposition. Talking about sustainability, if I held up this product, you probably wouldn't know what it is. It's actually shampoo. This is flying off the shelves at Well.ca. Zero waste, high price. Customers love it. It's that 1% of customers that are leading the way and are making trends happen faster and faster than we've ever seen them happen before. We worry about price all the time, but let me tell you, we worry a lot more about having the right product at the right time, because all of us are getting smarter, our communication systems are going faster, we're buying on Instagram that's telling us what we want to have, and we need those products in stock, and we need to be listening to what consumers are saying. And if that means disrupting ourselves, it means disrupting ourselves. It's very tough for legacy companies who have invested years and dollars and people and resources in systems. But we like to say at Well.ca, if it's not broke, then break it, because it needs to be broken. Consumers are going to break it for you. And if we look at healthcare, one of the things at Well.ca, we talk to our customers a lot about, what else, what can we be doing, and what more are you looking for? Not necessarily in what we're doing, but just in your life. And we had a customer day last week at Well.ca, and this is a Insta story post from one of our customers that was coming into our customer day, very excited to come and talk to us about their opinions, their experience with the brand, and that level of engagement and that level of community of listening to your customers is so powerful. And you can see us here chatting with our customers about what's going on in their lives and about what they're looking for. And out of one of these forums a while ago was born the need for better health care, better health and wellness, and we've launched virtual services at Well.ca to address this need. Whether it's in your naturopaths, dietitians, mental health therapists, lactation consultants, doulas, sleep consultants, skincare specialists, you name it, our customers were looking for it, they were talking about it, and we said, let us bring it to you in the comfort of your own home and have access regardless of where you are. And we've seen great success with this. We've also launched digital pharmacy. Why do you have to go into a store when you can take a picture of your script, just like you take a picture of your check to deposit in your bank account and have it delivered to your house? And all of this coming from where is the customer at, what are they saying, and listening. Stopping and listening to what they're saying and taking that and using it as a continuous feedback loop into what you're doing and what we're doing. As we look at healthcare, I get so excited about where we're going, not just at Well.ca, but broadly as Canadians, because the consumer is awakening. We see it. We see these threads. We see these currents. It's happening. The consumer is moving that way, and it may be that small 1%, just like in 1999, that small 1% bought books and DVDs online, and other people thought they were nuts for getting it in the mail. But I truly believe we are here in 2019 where the consumer is awakening in healthcare, and they're demanding more, and they're seeing that more is available. And it all comes back to how can we bring more time into our lives and our loved ones' lives and spending that time on the most important things that are of value to us. So time in the day, time in our lives, and time for the earth. And this is such an exciting time, and I can't wait to see what's next. Thanks for having me.